man, so many of these Chinese players they've been getting so good. Like,
Oh, yeah.
Oliveira just gave them all so much motivation. You know, you've got Jeshi, you've got Firefly, you've got even XY. They've been getting some far better results than we're used to seeing.
Yeah. You love to see it, especially in an inaugural tournament like this. But regardless, we are going to be kicking off this particular best of 3 series now on Ancient Cistern, where in the bottom left-hand corner of the map, starting all the way in that bottom left-hand corner, we have our blue Protoss player coming down from the land of Germany. He is, of course, going to be representing. I need to double check because I actually forgot if he is still big. He is still representing Berlin International Gaming. He is ShoWTimE.
And spawning in the top right-hand corner of Ancient Cistern, we have his opponent. We have the South Korean Protoss player representing Team Abydos. It is Creator.
I was like, wait, didn't I see ShoWTimE on with a different team logo at some point? But no, I think I was mixing him up with Spats.
Oh, maybe, yeah, Spats did.
Some other German, or for Jumi.
Or for Jumi, you know, there's been a lot of German Protoss players that have been doing really well recently, and I'm really curious to see how ShoWTimE will perform, because I feel like a lot of the attention, I feel like the spotlight has been on Max Packs recently. Like, over the past month, everyone has been looking and talking about Max Packs, but ShoWTimE is also, for the longest time, has been the best Protoss player in Europe. Now that title is under contention, you know, now Max Packs is looking to take that away from him, or maybe already has. That's why I'm curious to see, like, how does he look here against a player like Creator?
Well, we're about to find out. Will he bait Creator into going for a one base all in?
Oh my god, it's a deep cut. It's a deep cut from 2 nights ago. Yeah.
Yeah. For anybody who has the memory of an elephant, who can remember that far back.
Yeah. I mean, we cast a lot of StarCraft. Sometimes it all blends together. But yeah, we'll see how this all goes, because ShoWTimE, despite his reputation, despite his name, we do see him opening up with Double Adept.
Yeah, I feel like in recent months, he has been not quite living up to his name in a sense. He has been playing a lot more aggressive. That's not just 2 Adepts, but 4 Adepts coming out from him. Yeah. It's like he's still a wall, but he's attached spikes to it.
It's a wall that comes at you, which is terrifying. Oh my god. But yeah, as you were saying, we have 4 Adepts on the way for ShoWTimE. Likewise, Creator, mirrored builds here. Both players have prioritized their Stargates and are going for 4, maybe even 6 Adept openers. And yeah, they're both going to be looking to be as aggressive as possible. Up!
Just in time. What's that shield battery thrown down?
Yeah, exactly. Both players trying to find a weakness in their armor, but for the time being, they meet up with each other. So far, no one is blinking, no one is letting up, and Creator is the first to throw down his Nexus.
Feels pretty safe. He feels safe enough.
Exactly. ShoWTimE a couple seconds behind him, but he has been focusing on probe production instead. Is oversaturated quite heavily in his main. Do have that Oracle coming out from Creator. Likewise, the Oracle is also coming out for ShoWTimE.
Oh, all of these Adepts of Creator do get caught out, do get body blocked by the Adepts of ShoWTimE. And with this additional Oracle to clean things up. Yeah, Creator should not... I was going to say Creator should not be getting much damage, but I completely overlooked the fact that he himself was going for an Oracle. And there weren't a lot of defenses at home. He was more than willing to just eat those Stalker hits.
Yeah, exactly. And there we go. As a result, Creator, he gets 6 probe kills. He loses his Adepts, but he gets that economic damage. At the same time, ShoWTimE also slips into the main base. He's looking to reciprocate and deal some of that damage.
He needs to equalize, and he does find himself slightly ahead now. But, yeah, I'm not sure if that's really going to be enough. These Oracles of ShoWTimE, there are 2 of them, but a Phoenix was already made.
Yeah, the Phoenix does shut them down. There was a lot of opportunity there for ShoWTimE available to eviscerate that mineral line, but no, the Phoenix does force him back. The Phoenix is now on the hunt, looking for those oracles. Meanwhile, Creator still has that one oracle alive, is looking to find a way into a mineral line.
Yeah, I mean, there's no Phoenix here for ShoWTimE, so it's only the Stalkers that Creator really has to worry about, but there are a decent number of them, and Blink is on the way.
Is on the way. Meanwhile, we see Creator being the aggressor once again. There is actually a pretty delayed Twilight Council from Creator. He did hyper-focus on an army instead, and mate, he's got a lot of Stalkers.
He really, really does. ShoWTimE's Blink isn't going to be done anytime soon, and the army is very much split here.
Yeah, but there we go. The Stalkers are coming in from the main base as well. ShoWTimE is going to be able to force Creator back, but as the Stalkers move in, so does the Oracle.
Finally, he finds another opening here in the mineral line of ShoWTimE. A couple more probes to go down, but while Creator was busy microing that Oracle, ShoWTimE takes the initiative. He takes out a couple of Stalkers with the Stalkers of his own. Yeah, with his own Stalkers, and also with the help of a couple of Oracles. And with that, Creator will no longer be able to contain ShoWTimE like he wanted to.
This has been like a knife fight so far from both Creator and ShoWTimE. They've both been kind of dealing blows to each other, whether it comes to the economy or the main armies as well. They've been just going back and forth. And after all said and done, we are equal in the worker counts. We don't have a third base yet for either player. Looks like Immortal production is going to be commencing for Creator. ShoWTimE is the first to expand.
Did his Twilight Council get cancelled earlier on?
Oh, I guess so.
Yeah. It's very late.
Yeah. I mean, he had that Twilight Council on the way, and he did cancel it. It wasn't the same position as that Robo, so very interesting choice here from Creator. It looks like maybe he was a little bit paranoid about a counterattack from his opponent, so he's just starting up Immortal production really early on.
Yeah, I guess getting Immortals is the much safer option here. I do like this from Creator. He did not neglect his Stargate production. He made a couple of Phoenixes earlier on to deal with Oracles, and now he's making use of them.
He really is. And Creator, he's actually going for a very interesting army composition. He's going for Charge Lot Immortal here, which can do well against Stalkers, but until we have Charge, ShoWTimE is going to be able to just out-control and out-micro Creator as he's looking to try and deny this third.
Just keep kiting. Is what you can do with Stalkers. Creator is not in position to be able to defend against all of these Stalkers. He has the larger army, but like you said, it's a bit of an awkward unit composition, and more importantly, they're not all together.
Yeah, exactly. And ShoWTimE can always fall back to those stasis traps. It looks like he's waiting for some reinforcements to show up. He does have a third base behind this. ShoWTimE is taking a bit of a worker lead, but he's looking for another way in, actually. So Creator's done a decent job at buying some time. As you were saying, his army is very technical. There's a lot of potential with Immortal Phoenixes and everything, but he blinks into the main.
Like so. That is an Artosis pylon. That's a lot of production. Already not going to be here to help in the defense.
Ooh. Yeah, the Cyber Core goes down as well. To be fair, we don't need a Cyber Core to warp in Zealots, and I'm sure ShoWTimE is not aware that that's the army composition of choice for Creator, but a good pickoff nonetheless.
I'm gonna say the 10,000 IQ move here from Creator. He knew his Cyber Core was gonna get sniped, so he focused on just getting charged instead.
There you go.
Charge Lot Immortal Archon.
I mean, he's not rebuilding it. He's not rebuilding the Cyber Core. He doesn't give a damn about those Stalkers. He's all about the Zealots. And here we go. The Prism is on the way. Creator is cutting probe production. He wants to go with everything he has. At the same time, ooh, the two Oracles find more damage in the main.
They find more damage, and more importantly, they get scouting information. They confirm the Warp Prism. They confirm that the Cyber Core isn't being rebuilt. ShoWTimE kind of already knew that Creator was going to go all in, but now he's kind of confirming it by forcing Creator to go all in.
Yeah, we've got shield batteries on the way at the natural and at the third base. ShoWTimE knows that all he has to do is defend, and then he has won this game. Just continuing to warp in. 15 probes going down here for Creator, and it looks like if he did want to hit a bit of a timing, maybe now he's deterred from it. He's going to move out nonetheless, but I don't know if this can really work.
Yeah, you were saying all ShoWTimE has to do is defend, and that is what he does best. Creator is well aware of that. You could even see it with his army movement a little bit. He was thinking, should I just try to be greedy and try to out macro my position? But then he decides, no, I'm way too far behind.
Yeah.
I need to get some damage done.
Yeah, Creator is all in here with this push. He has to make this, or there's just no other alternative here available to him. He's not rebuilding his probes. He doesn't have a fourth Nexus behind this. He has to do it here and now.
That's a lot of Phoenixes.
It is.
For Creator, surprisingly. Very good concave coming out from ShoWTimE. Going to be able to collapse on top of this entire army. Creator does have that larger army supply, but again, a lot of the supplies in Phoenixes, which isn't exactly the most useful unit here in a fight.
Yeah,
deal that much damage.
The overcharge was already used. Here we go. We have the aggressive blink forward. The first, the second immortal goes down. The third one survives. But we're running out of zealots here. ShoWTimE is kiting back to his third base.
He is, and Creator needs to make a decision. Go for the third or go for the natural. Right now he's splitting his army in between both of them, and it's not, I was going to say not really working out for him, but again, looking at the supply, Creator's still somewhat ahead in the army supply.
Yeah, but a lot of the supply are in the Phoenixes as well. Bear that in mind, as we do see the Stalkers blinking back towards the safety of those shield batteries. Soon we're going to have another overcharge available. A lot of Stalkers are going down though.
And I just realized that Creator can't make Stalkers of his own, so yeah, lifting up the units of ShoWTimE is going to be that useful. Yeah, a lot of Stalkers are starting to go down, but now ShoWTimE has finished up +2, so he has that upgrade lead.
Does have the upgrade lead. There's that second overcharge that we were talking about as well. ShoWTimE trying to focus down that outcome, but we have another massive wave of zealots coming in.
Creator definitely doesn't want to overextend, but if he doesn't, then, well, he's just not going to get any damage done. He's being caught in between these two bases, and ShoWTimE is more than willing to let this happen, because the longer this game goes on, the better it is for ShoWTimE.
It really is. Meanwhile, the Phoenix count has been for the most part cleaned up here. We only have 2 Phoenixes left for Creator. We do see the Stalkers of ShoWTimE just poking and prodding whenever they can. Creator, he just can't really commit to a fight between the natural or the third, and he has to.
He has to, but he knows if he does, then he's going to have to sacrifice at least half of his army. So he needs to be very, very careful with how he presses forward. He needs to kind of force a mistake out of ShoWTimE in a sense.
Yeah, exactly. So we even have cannons to support as well. Creator going to be pushing on forward. We have so many zealots here to dive on top of those Stalkers, but the cannons are helping so much.
And you can see it with the whole position micro from Creator. He wants to try to bait ShoWTimE out in the open so that he can get a full surround of zealots, but ShoWTimE is not taking the bait. He is fighting back, falling back to choke points, and this is exactly where and how exactly how ShoWTimE will be able to win engagements like this. He's finally evened up the army supply.
Yeah, exactly. Creator just ramming his face up against a brick wall, and the wall stands strong here. We have another overcharge. ShoWTimE has forced this back. GG gets called, and ShoWTimE takes game number 1.
Numero uno, showing once again that just because the wall has spikes on it doesn't mean that it's not solid and standing strong.
There you go, mate.
I have no idea what kind of analogy I was going for there, but yeah, showing up once again his defensive play as expected. Caliente.
Is world class. It is world class, mate. GG, well played. ShoWTimE takes the first game, and now we're going to be getting into game number 2. Again, it's so important that ShoWTimE didn't just have shield batteries, but also cannons mixed in as well. He had like 4 cannons at his third and 4 more cannons at his natural as well. And even though, you kind of pointed it out, even though there was a time where Creator almost had like double the army supply of ShoWTimE, because of all that stacked defense, because of the overcharge as well, it didn't matter. ShoWTimE was also very patient with how he was engaging, and as you said, utilizing the buildings as SimCity to help deal with all those zealots.
Yeah, I think Creator really could only take out one base if he really committed, and of course, if he committed, he take out a base, so it loses his entire army. All ShoWTimE would have to do at that point is march the rest of his units across the map.
Mhm.
And that would be a GG. Creator, he was staying on. You could really tell with how he was moving his army. He just wanted ShoWTimE to move out in the open. He just wanted to wait for the opportunity to be like, yes, you're just a couple of pixels too far away from your shield batteries, from your cannons. I'm going to surround you with zealots. But ShoWTimE, calm, collected, never let that happen. And that's why he's going to be loading into Gresvan with a 1 point advantage here, spawning over in the bottom right-hand corner map, spawning all the way in that bottom right-hand corner of Gresvan. We have our blue German Protoss player coming down from the land of Germany. He is, of course, going to be representing big esports. He is big ShoWTimE.
I thought you were gonna say Big Gabe.
He is representing Big Gabe in a way, yeah.
True, there you go, there you go. And the spawning in the top left-hand corner of Gresvan, we have his opponent. We have the South Korean Protoss player representing Team Abydos. It is Creator. And the Creator, he took down Raynor, he took down Skillus, but has he met his match? Creator is known quite a bit for his aggression, and he was forced all in last game. He had quite a hefty army available to him, quite a high-tech army as well with those Immortals, with those Phoenixes, but he just couldn't break down that wall. Couldn't do it.
Didn't do it. Not a lot of players can, which is why they decide to usually dig under the wall or jump over it.
Dig under it, go over it, just walk around it, just use the door.
Yeah. Yeah. Just phase through it, you know. Climb it. What else can you do with a wall?
Stick to it.
Stick to it, yeah.
You can do the Spider-Man on it. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah. Build a wall around the wall.
There you go. Yeah. That could work as well. Oh god, but yeah, ShoWTimE just looking so good, going back to his roots in game number 1. I say that, but like, I mean, again, he did force the all-in. Like, it was because of ShoWTimE's aggression that Creator had to make it happen then and there, that he had to try and break down the wall that is ShoWTimE. So it kind of made him play into his hands.
Yeah, I'm telling you, the wall is starting to push forward now. He's coming to his opponents. It's making the walls close in around them.
Yeah.
All 4 of them.
Oh boy, and I hope a Creator isn't claustrophobic, mate, because ShoWTimE was looking damn good in game 1. We'll see if he can replicate it in game number 2. Already, we have some pretty similar openers here. ShoWTimE did go for the Stalker Sentry, so ShoWTimE just being a little bit more focused on scouting here. This time he's going to be calming down with the aggression. If you remember, he did open up last game with Double Adept.
He did, didn't he? Which Creator reciprocated. They both actually mirrored each other in game number 1. Quadruple Adept plus Oracles until finally Creator started making Phoenixes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. That's when they did start to diverge in their builds in the end, and we'll see where they diverge here, because we have a Crusader Scout coming in, confirming the timing of the Nexus, also confirming the Twilight Council. This time, Creator is not going to be delaying it. He's not going to be canceling it.
Yeah. He doesn't really need to, or I guess he doesn't feel the need to this time.
Oh, exactly. It's across the map, but you see Creator just trying to dive on top of this army. He does have the Stalker lead. He does get... actually does end up losing one of his Stalkers for a Sentry of a ShoWTimE.
That was some weird pathing on that one Stalker. Like, what? Was he targeting the other Stalker? Like,
Yeah.
It just walked into a force field and got shot down.
So a decent trade here for ShoWTimE, I would say, to lose a Sentry for a Stalker. I mean, Sentries, like, they do have more value, I guess. They are a little bit more valuable because they do provide more utility than just killing things. So a bit of a give and take.
Yeah. And we all know that Sentries do kill a lot of things as well, so...
True.
They kill a lot of stuff, they deal damage, and they have utility.
Yeah, They can be amazing here in the early game as things are going to be settling down a little bit. Once again, just like what we saw against Skilless, Creator is going to be prioritizing his upgrades.
Yeah, it was kind of weird in that last game where we didn't see Creator, you know, get an earlier forge and start pumping out all of those, all of these upgrades one after another. But again, I guess it does just go back to the fact that Creator was playing a bit more aggressive until he realized, oh, I need to be safe and get units out instead of upgrades.
Yeah, exactly. We saw a very different Creator in game one, a much more aggressive one at that. But now, you know, things are coming back down to normal. Things are going to be calming down. ShoWTimE is going for his own third base quite later compared to his opponents, but ShoWTimE makes up for that in his Stalker count. He does have a bit of a larger army, is going to be pushing in, but the defender's advantage is going to make up for that.
Yeah, no, it's ShoWTimE's turn to be aggressive. Shield battery about to finish up. This sentry was looking very exposed. Blink did just finish up for ShoWTimE. But now it's finished up for Creator, and he is looking to get vengeance for those sentries.
Oh, yeah, he picks off every single sentry of ShoWTimE, punishing him for being aggressive here and pushing into those shield batteries as he once again blinks on forward.
Creator was angry. He could not believe that ShoWTimE tried to push into him at that time. He thought, really? You're gonna make me lose sentries for this? He was relentlessly chasing down those stalkers, man.
You could feel the hate.
It was rising within him.
Yeah, in those blinks, mate, there was emotion, there was passion behind those blinks as Creator does eventually back off. He's peeled away from ShoWTimE. And we'll see how things settle from here. Again, ShoWTimE's third base was a little bit later, but the worker counts for the most part are now evening up. But it's going to be that +2 timing. +2 has now begun here for Creator, as ShoWTimE is once again right behind with his own upgrade timing.
Yeah, +1 is only about halfway done right now for ShoWTimE. So Creator, again, is working on that charge lot. Eventually we'll get a couple of Archons as well, that +2 charge lot timing that he's been doing quite a bit in PvP lately.
Yeah, I mean, we saw him use it to great effect against Skilless, and I'm sure he's going to try to do it here against ShoWTimE as well. But there's a bit of a difference. Creator is going to be the first one to expand and take a fourth. A very fast fourth base on the way. ShoWTimE is looking to check, is looking to confirm.
And he will confirm it. He will confirm that it is a little bit quicker than his own fourth base, so he's gonna try to do anything he can to prevent Creator from really getting an advantage from it. Already a little bit of a stalker skirmish. He is able to once again get a worker lead.
Yeah, and there we go. We have a recall, but 2 stalkers get picked off before the recall can complete. So ShoWTimE losing a couple more of his units here. At the same time, his stalkers blink on forward to try and see what's going to be coming out of the main. They do confirm at least the Immortal. We also have that War Prism.
I'm liking the multi-prong that ShoWTimE's demonstrating tonight.
Yeah, it's been really impressive here, just pulling Creator apart left and right, but Creator's army is insane right now. It's massive, it's throbbing. He's got the Immortals, he's got the Archons, he's got the Zealots, and he's about to have +2.
So much beef.
There's a lot of beef, mate, and ShoWTimE hasn't really gotten eyes on it, not until now. I mean, he saw the Immortal coming out earlier, and there we go. We have a shield batteries on the way, a lot of shield batteries on the way back at home.
Yeah, he caught a glimpse of the amount of chargelets on the map, and he now realizes, Creator's coming after me. I need to reinforce my defenses.
Yeah, just like game one, we have cannons as well. I love this addition here for ShoWTimE. You don't see it too often here in PvP, but they will help against all these Zealots. Before they can finish, though, here we go. Creator, he pulls the trigger.
Yeah, I mean, they'll help against the Zealots if the Zealots aren't caught behind the rest of the Protoss army.
And we can see Creator trickling in with those Zealots. He does aggressively blink forward as well on top of this army, but we have an overcharge far back supporting ShoWTimE.
Immortal goes down for Creator as well. The Archon is still standing, but so is that battery overcharge. Creator definitely overstepped here.
Exactly. I'm sure he did. I'm sure he wasn't expecting a shield battery far back here in the backline supporting ShoWTimE, the cannons as well. ShoWTimE just completely shut down that push.
The wall, still solid, still standing.
It is still solid. +2 now finishing up for ShoWTimE, so we have evened up the upgrade count. +3, not too far behind Creators as well, so the one big advantage that he once had this game is no longer there.
But I tell you what, he will have to make up for it. DTs.
The DT is going to be coming out for Creator. I think this does show us that he himself recognizes that he's not in a good position right now. He invested so much into that +2 timing, and for it to fail the way that it did, Creator needs something else to come back into this game. He still has a pretty decent standing army, but he needs some kind of advantage.
Yeah, even if it's a defender's advantage, he'll need to be in position to actually, have that.
Yeah, we have a Robo and a second, we have a second Robo and a Bay on the way as well for Creator, but it's still on the way. Before that happens, ShoWTimE does have a Stalker lead. He's taking a 5th base behind this. He isn't taking up either. He's sticking with this mass Stalker army.
Interesting how both of our players just want to stick with mostly gateway units.
Yeah, we'll see if this works out for ShoWTimE. Meanwhile, we do have a DT going to be slipping on in towards that natural base, or even towards the new 5th base. ShoWTimE, though, he's sharking around. He's looking for a way in.
And he will be able to find it. Creator, he had a hole in this wall.
Did have a hole. Meanwhile, I believe the first DT may have already gone down as... Oh, no, never mind. It does hit the 5th base at the same time. You have the Prism coming into the natural.
A couple of Zealots will be able to take care of that cannon. That means there's no detection here.
There is a no detection. So many probes are falling left and right for ShoWTimE. Finally, the Prism is going to be going down. That's still a lot of probes.
That is a lot of probes. Creator is now finally has a worker advantage, and he is not satisfied with that at all. He takes out this base, but he's got to know that a counterattack is coming his way, right?
That's the thing. You know what? ShoWTimE may have lost a lot of probes, but now he is super maxed. Now he is at 130 army supply. ShoWTimE with pure Stalker is going to be rushing across the map to end Creator. Meanwhile, Creator, God, that's a lot of disruptors waiting for ShoWTimE.
Yeah, we'll see if Creator can replicate that defensive magic that ShoWTimE demonstrated earlier.
Oh boy, 4 disruptors already here for ShoWTimE. He's going to be hitting this 4th base. The 4th is a little bit exposed. The disruptors are not quite in position to support.
And just like that, yeah, ShoWTimE dips in, takes out the base, and that's kind of that.
Yeah, we see Creator trying to cut him off at the pass, and a lot of Stalkers of ShoWTimE are going to be going down here. The Novas are going to be going off as well, but the Blinks are too good. ShoWTimE does avoid them.
Yeah, it was a decent position there for Creator, able to, like you said, trade a little bit more efficiently, but it's barely a dent in the overall army of ShoWTimE.
Really is. Here we go. Creator is coming in from behind. Up a ramp into ShoWTimE is not what we want to be seeing.
Well, we'll see if the Purification Novas can make up for that. ShoWTimE has a couple of disruptors himself now. And Creator is slowly but surely maxing out himself.
Yeah, that he is, but ShoWTimE still has the much larger army. We do see Creator going for his own counterattack, but we do have cannons and shield batteries waiting for him. Creator is forced back.
Yeah, he should know that he's behind on army supply. He doesn't want to fight unless he has his full force fighting with him.
Yeah, and now this is still up in the air. Both players have maxed out. Both players have 5 bases. Creator a little bit behind. Ooh, does take a Nova to the face, though.
Yeah, a couple of Stalkers do go down. Disruptors of Creator starting to get into position. Blink is off cooldown. Okay, Blink for half of those units were off cooldown.
Yeah.
I was sick.
We have a Nova. It does connect here in the mineral line, so Creator is going to be doing some damage. At the same time, we have a harassing Stalker force, but it does get caught out. It is spotted by Creator. Up!
The disruptors of Creator are looking very, very exposed.
Very exposed indeed, but here we go. ShoWTimE is going to be hitting the 5th base of Creator. At the same time, Creator's going for his own counterattack, but ShoWTimE does have a standing army in position. Or he did.
Well, he did.
Yeah.
Now he moves it away. DT's putting in a lot of work in this defense, but finally the Observer does come into position and will be able to deal with that.
Yeah, you know
Creator
what?
recall. He's committing.
The disruptors are coming up from behind, and it looks like ShoWTimE's not looking.
All of ShoWTimE's disruptors go down to the disruptors of Creator, but now Creator's disruptors are in a lot of trouble as well. A lot of Novas do pop off. A lot of Stalkers go down, but when it's all said and done, I think ShoWTimE got the better end of that engagement.
Yeah, I think so as well. The disruptor count was reset for Creator, and that was a lot more disruptors. Meanwhile, Creator is going to try and surround this army.
And he might be able to do it. I mean, he's behind on when it comes to army supply, but when it comes to this particular force, he is ahead.
Yeah,
ShoWTimE a little bit split up.
Exactly. He has a little bit too much supply towards the southern portion of the map. Instead, we do see ShoWTimE pushing on out. 2 disruptors are now available here for Creator, but ShoWTimE is going for a surround.
Yeah, he's going to snipe them. He wants the perfect opportunity to blink on top of these disruptors, but he may not even need that.
Ooh, there we go. We have a flanking Nova coming in from the south. Creator does connect with at least that one, as Creator falls back to his 5th base. Meanwhile, ShoWTimE is going to be pushing in towards the 3rd.
Yeah, there are a lot of stacked defenses here, but no units to take advantage of that.
Yeah, both armies are going to be avoiding each other, but Creator, he does have some defensive disruptors.
Yeah. Fortunately, they won't quite be able to connect with the Novas, but
Robos.
Yeah, the Robos are very vulnerable right now. It does get depowered for Creator. I'm just so confused as to why Creator decided to go for a base trade here instead of, going back to defend.
Yeah, we're just going full base trade mode right here, right now. But ShoWTimE, his production is safe. He's still making disruptors as we speak, but he is supply blocked. Oh, God!
Creator, his attention elsewhere, does take a Nova to the face.
Yeah, base is falling left and right. Looking at the units tab, Creator does, we do have a DT available, but we have detection. The DT does go down. DTs can make or break base trades, but looks like we have detection for ShoWTimE.
Yeah, this is one of the more awkward base trades I think I've ever witnessed here.
I mean, Creator is losing everything. He's only down to 1 base remaining. Meanwhile, the probes have been saved for ShoWTimE. He's turning back around. He wants to try and engage, but there are disruptors lying in wait.
That's the key difference, I think, is that even though both players have been knocked down to only 1 base, ShoWTimE saved a lot of his probes. He had... Okay, both players should be able to remake a Nexus, but ShoWTimE does have a better bank.
He does have a better bank. He does have a better army as well. He's getting a ninja base towards the bottom left-hand corner of the map. Meanwhile, Creator, his own probes do actually spot that. I think he was looking to take his own base.
They both wanted that ninja base. That's funny to think about. It all comes down to these disruptors right now, or at least for Creator, it all comes down to this one disruptor. That's his only shot at turning this around, because otherwise, ShoWTimE is ahead in every metric.
Mate, Creator's only got 1 disruptor remaining. There we go. Now he's... Oh no! The disruptor survives! There we go.
Not anymore, it doesn't.
Not anymore. Creator is down to 33 Stalkers and 2 Immortals. Meanwhile, ShoWTimE still has a devastating army. We have an aggressive link forward. ShoWTimE will be losing his disruptors, but he has more than enough Stalkers.
Yeah, even with these I guess ShoWTimE doesn't want to... Yeah, he doesn't want to underestimate the Immortals, but he doesn't. He looks forward, he takes them out, and this is going to be the end of Creator's run.
Yeah, exactly. Creator had an amazing run this tournament. He took down Raynor, he took down Skillets, but he cannot take down Demao. ShoWTimE takes the series 2-0.
And the wall is still a wall. The wall is standing tall as ShoWTimE will take out Creator 2-0 and advance to face... Let's take a little look here. Dark in the quarterfinals.
There we go. GG, well played. Very strong showing there by ShoWTimE. Creator, even in game 2, was reverting back to something that he is quite fond of. Clearly, that +2 timing, but ShoWTimE is just so... He's so willing to just invest so heavily into his stack defense, into the shield batteries, into the cannons, into their positioning as well, to make sure that they create these funnels and choke points for those zealots. Very, very strong defense from ShoWTimE.
Yeah, that obviously, from what we've seen, that is a very, very strong timing that Creator has demonstrated. A +2 timing. It worked against Skillus. Yeah, I want to say it almost worked against ShoWTimE as well, but like you were saying, Creator just didn't anticipate a couple of extra shield batteries that were in the backline, a couple of little micro moves, and a little bit of SimCity that went a very, very long way in the defense of ShoWTimE. I think that timing would work against any other Protoss player in the world, well, assuming they play macro, but not against Simauer. And maybe not against Stats, if Stats is in form. But clearly it doesn't work against a very, very strong defensive player like ShoWTimE.
Yeah, exactly. ShoWTimE was just ready for that sort of thing. He's just so well practiced. That is his forte. Creator, unfortunately, kind of playing into the strengths of ShoWTimE a little bit. And yeah, ShoWTimE is able to overcome the might that is Creator. And with that, ShoWTimE moves on to the quarterfinals. And with that, I also want to thank you as well, Yaku, for joining me for this broadcast for as long as you did. I really do appreciate it. Thank you.
Yes, it was great to be here. I always love casting Creator. But yep, that is going to be it from me, because the rest of the night I got to look through his goddamn file.
You made it almost sound like,
tomorrow.
Like, mate, Creator's out, I'm out. I only came for my boy, Poppy. Now that he's gone, there's no reason for me to stay.
Well, it worked out that way, you know, in a way. But yes, that is going to be it from me. I'll try to end that.
Yeah, thank you so much for joining me today, Yaku. I know you don't get to cast too often anymore, but I always appreciate whenever you can. Thank you so much, and good luck with your assignment. Good luck with your studies as well.
Tomorrow morning. Yeah. But yes, great to be here. But I will bid everyone adieu, and welcome, Asher. Bye.
Massive shout out to Yaku. And as he did mention, we are going to be switching over some of those casters. I'll be joined by someone else, another Terran player, another Terran Duckling, but not an Aussie, an Australian Duckling instead. So everyone, soon. I promise he'll be here. Where is he, Poppy? Where is he? Where's my fluffy co-caster?